Hey, it's Tuesday, Total Schmidt Show. It's almost Christmas. Let's do this. Total Schmidt Show Season 3 is upon us. Tune in every week. I talk to entertainers from all over the world. Singers, dancers, comics, musicians, drummers, blah, blah, blah. All kinds. Techs, even some cruise directors. Most of the entertainers I talk to work on cruise ships. If you ever wanted to know what entertainers do, how they get through their day, any of the behind-the-scenes stuff about entertaining, we'll talk about that stuff here, as well as we'll delve into some of the entertainers and some of their works, some of their albums coming up, some of the things they've done in the past, the things you can look forward to in the future. All that stuff you can catch here on Total Schmidt Show. But either way, get yourself a pizza, a beer, some bourbon, light up a cigar, or some sort of joint, or whatever type of crutch or vice you need to get through the evening, and sit back and enjoy whatever it is I put together this week on Total Schmidt Show. Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you are listening on the audio form or to the podcast, thank you so much for listening to the show. Do me a favor, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. All those things help me out a ton. If you're watching this video on YouTube, that means you probably are already follow me on YouTube. Either way, please give the video a thumbs up. You can also go to lennyschmidt.com and get all the information and subscribe to the podcast. And you get full videos if you pay for them, $2 a pop. It's a really good deal, $20 for the year. Or you can watch the clips on YouTube and listen to the full audio formats. Either way, we are here this week again. Titou, the magician, actually was my guest this week. I worked with him a couple weeks ago on the Celebrity Apex. Saw quite a few people on that ship, recorded quite a few podcasts. Met him, Titou, for the first time. He's from France. He was great, put on a great show. Very funny, very sarcastic. It was great to watch. It was a really great show. If you get a chance to see him somewhere on a ship, please do so. He lives in Vegas. Travels quite a bit. He's all over the place, but I got to work with him on the Apex. So why don't you now sit back and enjoy my conversation with the one and only Titou the magician. All right, brother.
Hey, what's up?
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, it's easier with them. They got a schedule. You ain't doing shit for for a week.
And like my room is literally next to you, so I have no excuse.
You're literally on that side of the wall.
I know. I literally could hear earlier Dune when she was here.
Oh, could you really? Oh, good. Right now, I'll tell her. He goes, yeah. Titou heard the whole thing. So thank you. Anyway, thanks for your time. Anyway, as always, man. I'm glad we could do it. Dude, great show. It was a fantastic show. It was really great, dude. First time I ever saw it. I know it's your first time on Celebrity. Was it pretty cool?
It was pretty cool, yeah. I liked it. Pretty good reaction, yeah.
Well, theater's nice, right?
Theater's great. Dude. You know, for magician is always like I was a bit like worried about the surrounding
the eye line.
Stage,
yeah, right.
But I'm like, it's not like I have stuff to see behind. I just feel like it's...
Yeah, you don't have too much...
It sucks to watch a show from behind anyway. No matter what it is.
Right.
But lucky for them, I look good from behind.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah, me, not so much. I was surprised. There are people behind me. I was like, you guys got the short end of the stick back there. That is not a good seat for you at all. Yeah, it's cool, but you use the whole stage now. You go back and forth and back and forth. So.
Yeah. Well, it's like I've done stage like this, so it's like, because when you're not used to it, it's super easy to focus on people in front of you.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can forget those people and they need to be involved. And so you need to it's even when the balconies, like most of the theater, you can't even see the balconies. So you forget they are there sometimes. So it's important to acknowledge everybody. But sometimes I do forget the balcony on the big rooms when you don't see them. You're like, oh yeah, there's people up there as well.
You forget till the lights go up or something. Because I'm the same way. Because the lights are so bright, you only see maybe at first, depending on how you do your lighting for the show. You know what I mean?
I like to see people a little bit.
I don't see anybody. I don't mind. Well, that's not true because I play the room, so it's you know what I mean. Yeah. So I'll go down into them a lot, but I feel when it's a little bit dark, it's not too bad. But anyway, it's a beautiful theater, and
it's beautiful.
That backdrop, all of it, man. I love doing these S-class ships. It's like.
Yep.
Kind of feel like you're being spoiled. You know what I mean?
He makes all the cruise lines looks bad.
Dude, it's hard to get back to another.
I'm not going to say names, baby.
You're like, you're going to bring down the screen. That's great.
And actually, I was even more impressed on the show last night. What was the name?
Rockumentary.
Oh my God. When I didn't even know those screen half open and this stuff rising inside. I was like, it looked like a freaking...
It was a full concert.
It looks like a concert.
It's supposed to look like a rock concert, and that show, it crushes every every song is like, bah, 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 bah,
I know, there's no time off. It's like very impressive.
They did an excellent job putting that show together. And that cast is relatively new. You know what I mean? That's only the I want to say the second time they've done that show.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
So they're still excited about it.
Yeah. They're still into it. You know, they're still alive. Yay! As opposed to 6 months later where they're like, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
So where do you live? Are you in the States?
I live in Las Vegas for about 8 years now.
Okay, cool.
Almost 9 years, yeah.
Okay, right on. That's a great place to live. We talked about that a little bit. Yeah, it's easy for travel. So are you doing any work in Vegas or at all?
Not much. I do a couple of corporate gigs, but like don't do theater or anything now. Just corporate. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. Bring that mic down a little bit more. No, not. Yeah, that's good. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Nah, I can't see your face now. Let me do this.
That might suck at that thing.
All right. That'll work. That's good enough. That'll work.
That's why I wear a headset on stage, so I don't have.
Yeah, you don't have to mess around with it.
I don't have to be like.
Well, I hate to have because I have the mic, so I don't want anybody to have to hold the mic. At least a pain in the ass. How long have you been on ships altogether?
I started 2017. 2017.
Okay.
I had a cruise ship agent for a while, and they didn't give me anything for like almost a year.
Right.
And I think I got one in around April, and I didn't get anything until like next January. Mm-hmm. So, but I probably got like a cancellation of someone and be like, can you go on Miami tomorrow? I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what happened.
Yeah, and that's how you picked it up.
Yeah.
That's it's close to the same time I started. I think it was 2015.
I got lucky because, so my first ship was a Norwegian cruise line. Was the Norwegian Epic.
Yeah.
And the booker of NCL was on board. She never cruised ever.
Yeah.
And like for whatever reason, she was on board.
Oh, that works.
And I was like freaking out at the same time. I was like, oh my God, it's my luck. I never perform on ship ever. And the booker is on. And actually, it turned out on my favor because she loved it.
Yeah.
We hang out the whole time she was there. And then like literally when she left, she was sending me emails. Can you do this week? Can you do this week? Can you do that? I was like, oh, great. So
that's how it works.
That's what I've been booking almost 99% of Norwegian for since 2017.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, because
I used to do a lot more of them. I have a few more. I only did one. I'm doing two this year. I got Aqua next, and then next year I have more. But I didn't have that many. But it was only because I booked this up so much. Yeah. Celebrity filled my whole year up. So
for comedian, they make you work a lot on Norwegian.
A lot of shows, brother.
It's a lot of shows.
7 to 9, 45, or 7 to 9 shows with 2 of them are 20s and most of them are 45 by the end of the week. And you want it like they tell you can repeat. You know, they feel, but a lot of times they don't want to repeat.
Yeah, because a lot of people come back because they love you
all the time.
And
so they're always at the same show. So I'm like, I feel like I want to change stuff. Yeah. But I work the crowd so much it doesn't really, it doesn't really work change that much. Shit, I was going to ask you something specific. So, well, you're obviously from France. Have you ever? Let me ask. This is an out of the box question.
Yeah.
Have you done any street magic ever?
A little bit, long time ago.
Okay.
Like in France, and actually we did a TV show here in America a couple of years ago. It was called Don't Blink.
Okay.
On the CW. I would say like 6-7 years ago now.
Okay.
Yeah, we did like 3 seasons.
How long have you been here? In Vegas, 8 years. So
I've been in the States for 15 years. Past October was 15 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, dude, you still got the accent. You know what I mean?
What accent? You have an accent. I don't have an accent.
I'm sorry. I have the accent.
I don't think I will be able to get rid of it ever. Yeah.
Obviously, no, not at this point.
No.
How often do you go back home? Do you go back much?
This year I've been like 3 times already. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So
right
actually, like I got lucky because twice this year I did a crossing from the States to Europe, and I got off in Europe. And every time I was getting off in Europe, I had like a week or 2 off after. I was like, well, I'm right here already, so might as well go to France. It's right there. So twice this year I worked like this. Last time it was crossing to Spain, and I went to Spain to Paris and stayed there for a little bit and went back to the States.
No, that works. How many, hang on a second. Where were you during COVID? Were you here or were you there?
I know, I was in Las Vegas. Yeah. I didn't do anything for a year.
Did you any of the computer or Zoom stuff?
No, and I didn't, and I didn't want to.
Yeah. Magic is not great on a Zoom.
Well, I have so many friends who did it, and I watched some of them, and I was like, that's actually great.
Yeah. Good for them.
But yeah, and good for them. Like, I can't do it. It's like,
It sucks.
It's like I don't want like the fun of it is like interacting with the crowd.
Yeah, dude, you're funny up there. You know, you're like comedy funny. You know,
Yeah, I try to.
Yeah, I know it's called comedy magic, but you're so quick off the crowd that the Zoom thing would just kind of take something away.
I know.
From it,
Well, it's like doing magic by myself in my living room in front of a computer. I'm like, it doesn't turn me on. Like, well, and I get it. Like, and I know some people who did it and they were like super successful.
Right.
I have a friend of mine who actually now he's still doing it. Now he's like selling big corporate on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
He set up a whole studio with light and everything.
Yeah.
And he's literally doing Zoom shows for like big company like Singapore or whatever, and he charge them like shit ton of money.
Right.
And he's like in his living room. I was like, good for you.
Dude, I got another friend of mine that did the same thing, and he opened up and built a whole new market for himself.
Yeah.
You know, so now he just does a lot of corporate Zoom stuff.
Yeah.
All right, say something else.
What else do you want me to say?
I don't know.
Something else?
I'm not getting any fucking feed from you.
Oh. Uh-oh. It's a French accent.
Huh?
It's a French accent.
Oh, shit, I know what the problem is.
You can't be funny and be tech savvy at the same time. Tech savvy at the same time.
There it is. Why is maybe I got a problem with this mic.
Yeah. I broke it. There you go. Check.
Damn it.
Those French people break everything.
All right, say it again. Check.
Mic test.
All right, this is not bad. I can't turn this that much higher. Crap. All right, say something else.
What do you want me to say?
That'll work.
Yeah.
That's
I
good.
can be closer if you need me to be closer.
Yeah, or pull it close. This thing moves. Just don't break it again.
I know. I don't want to touch anything because last time
spin it around. It's
last
fine.
time I
That's
touched
fine.
something, I broke it.
There you
So.
go. That's
Oh yeah.
That's fine. I don't know what was happening.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, I wasn't getting the feed. Usually, I'm way too loud.
Yeah.
Like when I do these, because they all record on one channel. Whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't come out much.
All right.
So what, dude? You moved here 15 years ago. And obviously, you were doing magic before you moved here.
That's all I've done. I never done anything else in my
Really?
life. Since after high school, I did shows and I never had a job.
Are you serious?
Never had a job ever.
Dude, I envy/hate you right now.
I mean the only job that I had, I was like a manager of a magic shop.
Okay.
So it was, and that's all like, so after high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And my parents was like, well, you're not going to stay home doing nothing.
Good for your parents.
So, and actually I became manager of the first magic shop I ever been in my life. As a kid, my mom brought me to a magic shop, and like 12 years later, I became the manager of that shop.
Right.
And then the cool thing about it is like in France, I mean, at that time, like people were like looking for magician. They were like yellow pages at that time. It was not like internet that much. It was like, well, how do I find a magician? Oh, magic shop. I'm going to call to see if I can find a magician. But I was the one answering the phone. So every time like, I'm looking for a magician. Let me see if I can find you one.
Hold, please.
Yes, I found you a great one. So that's how I got so many gigs,
great,
because
smart.
I was like at the shop all day and then hang out with magician. And then like, and so I met also a lot of magician that like send me to gigs and stuff like that. So it was great.
Yeah.
But like that's only outside performing. That's the only job that I had, but it was still a magic shop.
That's great, man.
So I was literally reading. I was ordering everything for the shop, but I was like, oh, that book looks good. I'm going to order it to sell it.
Yeah.
But I was reading it the whole day. Like during the day, you don't have much customer, you know?
Yeah, right.
Because it's like before work or like a lunch break people, or after like in the middle of the day, there's not that many people coming to the shops.
Right.
So I was like reading and working on my stuff like for free. Everything.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
dude.
that's great.
You spend your whole time building your
Yeah,
act.
yeah.
That's clever, man.
Yeah.
Dude, right on. That's good. Fuck, what else? I keep drawing a blank for something. You know, this is what happens when I do 3 podcasts in one day. That was my
Sucks to be older.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know.
Yeah, I don't look 78, but but I'm close to that.
Dude, I like the way you do that. Like a lot of tricks are obviously a lot of tricks are interchangeable. Different people like different magicians do them. But the thing that sets you apart, or any magician apart, is the originality you add to the piece to make it your own.
Yeah, I try
to
to like
when you do the string bit with the guy from the crowd.
Oh yeah,
I think that's great.
Yeah, it's fun.
I don't see a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
Most people find a way to do it themselves, and then you bring it in, and then he's kind of the straight man for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's really clever.
Yeah, I have fun. Like it's all about having fun. Like sometimes I have like I see like good magic tricks, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then if I don't find a fun way to do it, I'm like, it doesn't fit my personality. Like there's so many like acts that like other magicians that I look at, I'm like, that's super great, that's brilliant. Oh, the trick is incredible. But I'm like, doesn't fit me. So I'm not gonna do it myself because it doesn't fit me. So it needs to be like personal, like a little bit.
Well, you got to have it's like every single other performer. If there's not some sort of passion behind it, then now you're going through the motions. What's the point?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Now you're wasting your time up there.
Because for me, like, especially on ships, because people don't come for us, we are like we like the cherry on top of the everything. You know, it's like they came to have a great time
and the show.
Oh yeah, exactly. So
I don't know why I did this.
For them, I just want them to remember they had a good time. In 6 months from now, they're not going to remember the trick that I did. Sure. They're just going to remember like, oh, we went on a ship. We remember the magician was fun.
Right.
We had a good time. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I want them to remember.
That's a good point because you're right. They won't remember the specific thing.
No.
But you'll remember your character.
Yeah. Same with you. They're probably not going to remember like they might remember like a bit of the bits, but not the whole joke, the whole thing.
They always don't remember the name either.
Yeah.
So a lot of time I get the comedian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're the comedian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you were the comedian on this one cruise or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's but if they remember it,
exactly.
It's an experience-based thing.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole thing is experience. Yeah. You know? And on this line, you're like, I've been talking this with everybody. They bring in really great entertainment on this line. Like between you, me,
this week,
Roy, and Tommy.
This week is solid.
And also, it's 4 totally different actors.
Yeah, we all there's 2 guys from Canada.
Yeah.
I'm from France. You're from the US.
And Tommy's more of a funny music guy.
Yeah.
Roy's a genius.
Joey's like from another planet.
Right. He is, right?
I know, it's insane.
Dude, wait till you see his show tonight. It's amazing. I can't wait to see it. Couldn't wait to see it all week. But yeah, so it's kind of cool when I'm here. That's why I like to talk to guest entertainers. But I see a lot of guys come on. They weed out bad people really fast over here.
Yeah.
Like, so if you're not good, you're pretty.
That's the thing. Like when sometimes I'm like, I was talking to like June about it actually a couple of days ago. She was like, "Oh, I never get really like the feedback. What people write. On NCL, I know people write comment cards, but then if we got some, I see them like they send it to us later on.
Right.
So it's cool. And she's like,
"Oh,
we don't."
Thing, right?
Yeah, the vacation hero, they call that. But we were talking about this, and she's like, "Oh, here we don't on celebrity, we don't have this, so I never know if I'm doing a good job or not." And I'm like, if you're here for several contracts, you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Like if you're not good, there's 100,000 people who wants your job.
Right.
The day you're not good,
right,
they find someone the next day.
Well, they start giving you more dates.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Once you're in the wheel, like you said when you met the booker, which is kind of how I started. I auditioned for I wasn't going to do ships, but a buddy of mine started an agency when I was going through my divorce, and it was kind of a hard time, and I was broke, and he's like, "Do you want to be a ship company?" I go, "Yeah, I do now. I need the money." But I did the showcase, and the booker happened to be there. And she walked up. I met her that day, and she booked me like a week later.
Yeah.
Suddenly, and then you're in there. This is the deal. Once you're in the wheelhouse over here, or once you're in the Rolodex here, you're going to work all the time. If you're good, they'll bring you back constantly.
And also for companies, like that's why it's hard to get your foot in the door with cruise ship. It's because there's shitty act, but there's so many good one.
Yeah.
So when you try to get a job, I'm like, why would the company like replace someone great with you?
Sure.
It's like, oh, this ship, love that guy. We don't have to worry about this ship because they already want that guy. We know he's good. So it's like for the booker, it's like less work too. That's why it's hard. And like most of people, it's like that they get their foot in the door. It's like people like cancel. Like be like, oh, like
you gotta wait for people to die, bro.
Yeah, it's like, we have no one tomorrow. So that guy canceled because he's sick or he missed his flight. He's somewhere stuck.
Right.
Who? And they're like, who is next is on the list?
Yeah.
Oh, that guy looks okay. Let's try, and then you get your foot in the door, and then
they'll get a lot of new people like holiday weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Next week and Christmas usually is how a lot of people get in the door.
They that's funny because like on Norwegian, I know like they asked me already, are you okay to work for next year, like New Year's and stuff? They try to book that first. They're like, who is okay to not be home for Christmas and stuff like that.
Yeah, they did that. They did that with me too, but I don't think I got a Christmas date from them. I can't remember. But they're also all of them are starting to go farther out.
Yeah.
Like now, because most of us are booked for the next year and a half or whatever. So they better get ahead. Otherwise, by the time they get to you, you're like, oh, you're not available.
I know they all try to copy each other because they're like, that cruise line is booking everybody. I'm not gonna have anybody available if they book.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like I need to hack now. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of them like Norwegian, not so much the case. Definitely not Norwegian. A lot of them change bookers so often. You know what I mean?
Norwegian has been the same for a long
been
time.
Alexis, the main ship.
Yeah.
And I deal with Levity, which
yeah,
is different,
yeah.
which is Stephanie. So, but they've been there forever.
Yeah.
They're not going there anymore. But Princess has had a lot.
Yeah.
And then here,
Princess just got a new one. Here they got a new one
they
yesterday.
Just got a new one here now. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
like last week.
This is the third one they've had since I've been here,
yeah.
or the fourth one.
Yeah.
Right. Steve, Ryan, Megan, and Megan brought me in. So this is the fourth booker.
Which is also good for act because sometimes some bookers don't like you for whatever reason. I mean, I never had that. I mean, maybe with Holland America because she hated everybody. But she's gone now.
It's a similar thing when you book clubs in the States, land clubs. Like, you know what I mean? There were clubs that would book like a clubs, and you would get in with them. And then so I would find out, Phil's out, and now it's Steve. Steve hates me. I'm done. Even if I did that club every year for 4 years.
Which is, it sucks for, like with Booker because, for example, like especially like comedy, very subjective. It's like like a comedian that everybody loves. I might think myself is not funny, for example. Yeah. So imagine I'm the booker of that guy. I don't think he's funny. I don't want to book him, but everybody loves him. Yeah. So you should book him. It's like, everybody, I don't like it. That's how it should work. In their minds, like, I don't like him, but everybody does, so let's make him work.
Yeah, I think you could get away with that if you just ran one club and that was your club. Yeah. But if you run like a line, a cruise line, or a bunch of clubs, you got to go with the crowd's going.
Yeah, of course.
Like if he does well with the crowd, then you'd be stupid not to book him.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You got to get him up on stage. So if you want to do that niche shit, you can do it when you just have your own club. Yeah. And then it's okay. Then you're building your own clientele anyway. And here, ships are a whole different. Dude, ships are way different than anything else.
I always like admire like comedians because I'm like on land, like for example, like by people for like come to you, like they're like, I'm gonna go to that club, especially like when you live in Chicago or whatever. It's like that kind of crowd wants to see that. Right. Here you have to please everybody because everybody's from different states, different country, stuff like they find fun in Florida. Plus they're not gonna find. Yeah. Plus, you have the people in their 30s. You have people in the 70s. Yeah. Different culture, different religion, different like it's like
Spring break is a huge time too because this ship is filled with all 20-year-olds. You know what I mean? It changes on a dime like that.
Yeah. For you guys, I feel like magic. It's more like universal. It's easier. Yeah. Like when you have to be funny in different like demographic. I was like, I don't know how you guys do that.
Well, you got to be. I guess it's good, but it's got to be. It's always been good to me, like because I have daughters in their 20s. Yeah. So like I focus, like I work with, I tell them jokes and stuff, and I do a lot of jokes shit about them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll do well with 20-somethings. Like I do like Chicago a couple of years ago, and it was packed with all these kids in their 20s, and I had a great show. I had a couple of cousins there, but that's a compliment. Like you guys stay relevant. That's the thing with comedy somehow, because if you're not relevant, they're just not going to book you. They'll book somebody else.
And you need to talk about something like people can rely to. Like if you say something and people can rely to, it's like,
Yeah, that's why they tell you on ships too to stay away from things like politics. Like we don't do a lot of political stuff there. Because that's the number one rule.
Especially in the States, politics and religion is like, everybody get offended with everything. It's like
so polarizing. It's brutal. And even if you just say it in a positive way, you know what I mean? They don't take it. You know, we reached a point where the left and the right, they don't have a sense of humor about themselves. Yeah. Like 25, 30 years ago, you could do a joke about one of the first Bush, first Bush president, and everybody would laugh. Even he would laugh at it. It's funny. But now, man, they won't even hear it.
I know. It's like,
So they tell you and it's smarter to stay away from it and just not do it. Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I've never been a big guy to divide the room. No. That's one thing that works in your favor too. Is like you play the whole room and involve everybody in it. Yeah. And you got just enough of a sarcastic tone. Yeah. That I like. That's perfect.
And I can get away with stuff because I'm a foreigner, so I can get away with. Yeah, I can get away with stuff because, like, I say stuff, and after like people like interpret it the way they want because I don't really say it. But I mean, obviously, it's obvious. Yeah. But also, I don't say it. Yeah. So it's like, well, you interpret the way you want. If you understood that means you have a dirty mind too.
Yeah. There's like a handful of. I know.
There's like, well, you laughing at that? Yeah. Like I didn't say it, but you're laughing. So.
Oh, you look at the card and go, "Why are you laughing?"
I know you made your own. You made your own.
On you. Yeah. I love that. That's perfect. It's really good for us.
And which is cool is like the joke that I do like this, kids have no clue what I'm saying.
That's the best part.
So it does for them, it's not like inappropriate. They have no clue. And for the adult, it's funny because it's an inside thing. I was like, oh, well, he didn't say it, but obviously.
Yeah. Well, that's how you learn to do. Like I always tell. I learned to do my PG material, or I focused on it. I used to watch. I'm sure you heard. Did you ever hear the Wiggles?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I went and saw the Wiggles when my kids were little.
Okay.
And I didn't want to go. Like, this is gonna suck. It's gonna be the worst ever. It's all toddlers. It's just miserable. But I laughed my ass off the whole show. They were so funny. Every adult was dying. There was a ton of stuff that was over. And that's when I first learned. Oh man, you could do. Yeah. You do a lot of innuendo stuff that kids will never get.
Yeah. Which is also cool because when I first worked in LA, I obviously didn't have much gigs. And I did a lot of like birthday party and stuff like this, which I hated, but I became extremely good at it.
Right.
And I learned something very important doing this is that I need to please the parents because they are the one.
Yeah.
They are the one who need to love me because they like, they are the one who are going to hire me.
Yep.
So if you like the parents also like, because every time they were telling me like, oh, we were explaining a kid show, but it was like way better than that. It was like for everybody, the whole family was involved and everybody enjoyed it.
Right.
And it was perfect because like they are the one who's going to hire you, not the kids who's 5 years old.
That's brilliant. And that's just as important on a ship. Like when you bring a kid on stage, first of all, the kid's happy. Now the parents thrilled because their kid's happy. They got it on video or they're taping with their phone. And now if you make the parents happy on the ship, they'll tell everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And another, I don't sell any merchandise on that ship, but usually I do. But
did you sell this week? You did get
no,
kit?
No, I didn't because I went out. I had only few that I give away.
I did see that. Yeah,
I give away to the kid who helps me on stage.
Sure.
So I had like four with me. But that's the same thing, which is good for merchandise. If there's other magician that are looking at this, as soon as you give a kid something, every other kid now wants it.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
So that kid got a free magic kit.
Yeah.
He goes back to his seat. All the kids, they don't even care about the rest of the show. Sure. Like oh, he sell those. Now I want one.
Right.
And no, they're gonna be to their parents all week. I want a magic kit. That's why you sell way more.
Oh, yeah. Are you only had 3 or 4? Do you have any more with you? Or
I have like 2 for next cruise, like for this coming cruise because
like 500 kids on this cruise.
Yeah, I know. But so like because it's my first celebrity.
All right.
I didn't bring too much because I heard like first of all they take 30%. On things, and I was like, oh, is it worth it to sell it if they take 30%?
Why not just pocket it and do it next time?
But also I ran out I just did a crossing with Norwegian and I sold way more than I thought, which it's not a bad surprise. But then I ran out and my supplier didn't have time to send me more stuff. So I was like, well, it's my first time on a celebrity. We'll
feel it out.
I'm just gonna see how the show is and stuff like this, and yeah.
Right.
So, but
that's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
You sold all your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's good. Yeah. Well, next week will be different. Did your show change at all when you have more kids in here, or
no?
You don't. It's the same show.
Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you'll have a lot more kids in this cruise next.
I know. We went from I think this week was 20, and I saw literally 2.
Yeah.
And only 1 was in my show.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the other one.
I can't remember his name, but there was that kid Alexander's one kid. I saw my show, and then the kid was at your show.
Yeah, and then
I love that kid was killing me. By the way, that age thing was hilarious.
Yeah,
that was the best.
Well, it's fun when you bring kids because like you never know what they're gonna say. Like it's literally like freestyle because I'm gonna say stupid stuff, and I don't know how they're gonna answer to that. And they if the kid is good, he makes a bit. Like I'm not doing anything. It's just like if the kid usually like. I took a little boy because that was the only one here. Yeah. But usually I take a little girl. It's even way better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to teach kids acting and comedy and stuff. And when I'll work the crowd. But when there's a lot of kids, I'll work off the kids a lot more. Yeah. Because I'm used to that. So and if the kid's funny, that makes half the show right there. Yeah. And with kids, it's easy to work with kids because like you only got to do 2 things. I think when you work with kids, one is make the parents happy, obviously, and one way to do that is like an old Disney trick. You kind of give the kid the upper hand a little bit every time. So it's like he's just a little bit smarter than you. Like you're tricking him, but he's quick. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's easy to set that up as a performer. Yeah. Because you know where the kid's going to go and how he's going to respond to everything. And then to them, it looks like you're just creating it.
Oh, yeah. And they have no filter. They got to say exactly what they want. And they're like, oh, yeah, cool. All right. It's even funnier than I thought you could answer that. I'll take it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they'll say, and then you just play to the crowd. And you're like, I didn't.
Yeah.
Who knew he was going to go that route? Yeah. That's the greatest. That's cool. So, how long have you been doing magic? You started when you were a kid, right when you were a kid.
I started at 7 years old. I'm 39 today, so
that's great,
I never did it. Yeah, it's like 32 years of magic.
Are you go after you finish up here next week? Where do you go? What do you do?
I do Las Vegas for 2 weeks. Then I do 5 days on Princess.
Yeah.
And then I do 2 weeks on Norwegian over like New Year's.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after that I forgot, but still like another.
You still doing a lot in Norwegian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Norwegian. Well, actually it's funny because so it's my first celebrity. I've been doing ship for like almost 10 years. It's my first celebrity and my first princess next.
Oh, next. Okay.
Yeah. So because Norwegian gave me so much work that I don't have to take anything. And obviously because they give me so much work, I get raised every time. So every year I get more money. So it's doesn't make sense for me to start a new cruise line at the lower thing, but also at the same time, I wanted to because first of all, like I want to experience other stuff.
You want to divert. It's smart to. I don't like to have all my eggs in one basket.
Exactly, and also like even if I do a great job on Norwegian, they love me, whatever. You need one person that complains, and you're out.
That's
like you need one mistake, one someone higher power that doesn't like you for whatever reason, you're out.
Happens a lot, dude. I got a ton of friends that are great.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, they're fired. Like, wow. But it's such a it's just a big. It's the bottom line is a big corporate gig. It's still a big corporate gig. You know what I mean? And those clean shows are such a big deal. You know, you got to be clean in those shows. It's usually, like you said, it takes one person to complain. Yeah. Do you have an adult version show that you're doing?
I do.
Yeah.
But I've been pitching it to Norwegian for years. They're like, one day they're like, oh yeah, maybe we could do it, and then they never did.
Oh, really?
It's called Magic After Dark.
Yeah. That's
and then because they want 45 minutes on Norwegian, like for family friendly. But I told them I don't mind to do an extra show on top of it.
Sure.
That I can do in a comedy club. I can even do a split show in a social. I love actually performing on a social on Norwegian.
That's intimate, man.
Yeah, I was like, I don't mind to do an extra one. I'm on board, and I love doing that show. It's fun, you know. Like
that was a lot of fun.
I say fucking shit every 5 seconds, and but like it's fun because it's a fun show, and when I do it, people love it. But that's why I was like, I want to do it on ships.
Well, the 2 different 45s, that was a big deal because like for comics especially too on Princess, I worked Princess a lot. Mm-hmm. I was always surprised I didn't work more because their thing was you had to get 2 clean 45s, which a lot of comics don't, and a lot of entertainers don't. You know what I mean? So if you got 2 45-minute shows that are PG rated that you can do, you get booked that much more. It's that much more. Like even Roy's show, even though it's music, he's still taking up 2 evenings. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's a big deal. That's when you become really valuable to a line.
But after that's the thing too. I was like, thinking about this because if I offer Norwegian or like every cruise line an extra show on top of it, it's not very fair for the magician because like, oh, he's offering more for the same price. Now they're not gonna book us as much because they're gonna book him. But at the same time, I was like, oh.
I don't, but I don't know, man. It depends on what they're looking for sometimes. I mean, here they're all over the place entertainment-wise. Yeah. Some of the lines use less guest entertainers. Like when I'm on Norwegian, sometimes there's only one guest entertainer at the most.
Yeah, some small ship is like usually like on 1 week cruise, it's like if I'm on board, obviously there's a magician and a comedian.
Yeah.
But like sometime an extra one, which is going to be a vocalist.
Yeah.
Or like a pianist, but it's like usually it's 2. Yeah, it's like 2 production show. A comedian, a magician, and then they do like Norwegian is switching a lot to game shows now.
I just saw their new shows recently. Actually, they had to because they got rid of a bunch of the Broadway stuff.
Yeah, and they put game shows instead.
Yeah,
because people pay to play those games, so they make money.
Those are the ones that scare me more than anything. Yeah, I don't want to see those. Yeah, they would love to have more interactive, like they're doing these deal or no deal, and all this other stuff. That's the stuff I don't want to see. Because if they can get the guests to entertain themselves. Yeah. Suddenly, there's less weeks for us all to be working. You know what I mean? That's why like celebrities get because they push the entertainment. Yeah. So that it helps. And then if you're on like a crossing, there'll be more sometimes. Like a long. Then you have like those are fun because it's a week like this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where there's 4 or 5 different people.
Oh no, yeah. Like so that's why like you have more people to hang out with.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like you fun to hang out with, but. Like I said, most of the time, if I work with comedians, and a lot of them, they don't hang out with anybody.
Right.
Like few, like we were talking about Flip yesterday. That if I'm working
Flip's
with
a great
Flip, is
guy.
like hang out all the time.
love
Always
him, yeah.
like doing stuff in port. We go dinner together. We like have drinks. We go watch shows. Like exactly what we do this week all together. But a lot of comedians, they're like in their room. I never see them. They don't really.
A lot of comedians are alcoholics and they don't drink anymore. And now, so they like most of the guys. Like I still drink, and most of the guys I know my age, they've quit drinking years ago.
Yeah.
So they just sit in their room and they don't do a lot.
Yeah.
And comics tend to skew older on the ship sometimes.
Yeah.
Because honestly, your better comics. An older guy doesn't really make a better comic, but it helps sometimes because of experience.
Yeah.
Like you don't get a lot of comics in their 20s and 30s on the ships.
No.
Because first of all, there's not enough experience, and two, it's a whole different working or.
Yeah.
There's another thing I think I talk about a lot. Like, let me ask you this: since I've never had this conversation with with a magician before. I'm always constantly aware of or worried of the future of live performance. Like comics tend to lean toward social media and a lot more 1 minute short clips that aren't live on stage. So is magic kind of seeing that same thing?
Yeah, magic is a lot like this too, but I feel like live entertainment always going to be there.
Yeah.
It might like be a little roller coaster sometimes, but I feel like it's always going to be there.
I think it'll always. I think it will be, and I think there'll be times when it swings back where it's even more popular.
Yeah.
But like something like comedy and magic are good examples. Well, any guest entertainer really takes a lot of practice. Like you know what I mean? For magic especially, you got to know your tricks. You know what I mean?
But it's true. Like now, even with AI and everything like this, you can do a magic trick and you can literally like type the same thing on AI and have a guy flying in the air.
Yeah.
And the video looks incredible when you work years to make it happen. You're like, oh shit.
Well, that's the thing.
I can literally do it with my phone in 2 seconds, and it's like
I'm wondering about. Like I don't know how many young people are going to put the time into learning how to really do a good, proper magic trick the right way it's supposed to be. You know how many times it takes you to do something over and over before you want to put it on the main stage.
I forgot with who I had a conversation about that. Literally like last week or something like this. We were talking about AI, and who was it? Anyway, and I think like right now it's super popular and it's getting better and better, but I think at some point too it's gonna crash and not be like, you know.
Well, there's gonna be a couple of backlashes I think for it because they're pushing too much of it, and there's a guy that's doing a really funny thing I've been watching on Instagram because they're talking about doing AI actors now. But so this guy does. It's really funny. He's a director. He's an Emmy director. So he just goes, okay, and he pretends like he's directing a film or a short or a commercial or whatever, and he'll just pump it into AI, and then he'll show what comes up, and then he'll critique it. And AI has things like there'll be a part where your voice turns into a woman's voice, and then your hand will disappear, and just weird. There was the funniest one I just saw was what he's talking about. You just got engaged, now kiss each other, and it's two AI generated figures kissing each other. It's not pleasant. It's just this awkward. You know what I mean? And it's kind of so it's not there yet. I just think it will get there sometime.
It will, but also like for now we can tell it's AI. Some videos are pretty foolish, pretty good, well done, but people always gonna love authenticity better than you know. Like it's the same as you like. Do you enjoy watching a concert on TV or you rather be at the stadium? Concert. You know, it's the same. Like watching it. We were talking about sport yesterday actually, and you're like, exactly. I was like, you rather watch it on TV or like if tomorrow I give you tickets to go to the game, you'll go live. You know, it's better.
Yeah, live hockey game.
So
world,
it's the same. Like while you're on your TikTok, you scroll, you see a magic trick. It's cool, but if you really want, like, you'll go to a magic show. It's same. Like. You'll be like, oh, the joke is funny, but like, I'd rather go see a comedy.
Plus, I've been thinking about this lately, especially on this ship. A lot of this AI stuff, it's made, but we're watching it on phones and small screens.
Yeah.
So I think AI on a big screen like we have in this theater would look really crappy.
I don't know. Maybe you should try to plug your phone on the screen.
I don't know. I just think that the authenticity part of it would stand out so much on a big screen.
But you know, like talking about magic, I thought about this many years ago too. Like when the guy with the tail and was making appear like doves and stuff like this. I was like, that's gonna be outdated at some point.
Right.
Still exists. Still works super well.
Yeah.
Some of them are still a bit outdated and they should not wear. But like still, guy who make appear a dove out of nowhere.
Right.
Still impress people. So I was like, that's gonna disappear, but it didn't yet. So I don't know.
Have you ever done the Magic Castle?
Yeah, I love Magic Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I used to live in LA. I used to live in Pasadena.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I used to go all the time to like just go, and then I perform like 2-3 times a year every year. Yeah, I love it.
Are you a member over there? Is that the deal?
Yeah.
I love it. I just took my daughter there a little while ago.
Yeah, it's cool.
Dude, my daughter was great. I'm telling you, she's 23 years old, and every show we were at, every single trick, my daughter would go, "What?" Like it was hilarious. People were laughing because she would get so.
It's best people to do magic for.
Yeah, she was so blindsided. But magic is one of those things. I don't know how you could watch any type of AI magic. It would just. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like it would have any effect.
But it's funny because like a friend of mine is French as well. He lives in Las Vegas, but we know each other for like 20-something years. And he does like social media. He has a show in the theater and he toured the world with it. But also he does like a lot of videos on social media. And he sent me not a long time ago something he's going to publish soon. Or he's flying in the air in the street.
Yeah.
And like people around are like really impressed. They are not actors. It's literally like normal people like that walk by. And he said, what do you think about it? And I'm like, and I told him, it's actually too good. It looks fake.
Right.
And I was like, it sucks because I know how hard it is and all the technical difficulty you can like a guy flying in the middle of the street in Las Vegas in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
It's not practical to set up.
Right.
But I'm like, it looks too good. It's AI. And the worst part I told him is like, it sucks because you can probably have, by typing the same thing on your phone, have a video almost similar with a fake guy in the same street. Yeah. Like maybe not as clean, but it'll look great.
Well, where's the presentation? What's he doing on it? Is it a short film he did or
it's like a 2 minutes video. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's sometimes you're like
Yeah, I guess something could. Well, that's the problem with magic on a screen, though. If it's too good, it can look fake.
Yeah,
because we're so used to camera tricks now.
But that's a problem. Not for people. It's like years ago, be like, oh my god, it's amazing.
Right.
Same with the fake videos, like like 20 years ago when you like see a video with like a UFO passing by, you're like, well, how is that possible? I was like, no, you take my phone. It's like, hey, you take a video of a thing, it's like add a UFO flying by, and it's like in 2 seconds your phone do it. So no one is getting impressed by anything anymore.
No.
It's like, well, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Plus anybody can do it. A kid can do it.
Yeah, like phone. Literally like.
And if you get the right AI generator, all you got to do is tell it what to do. Yeah. And then it'll just.
Well, I have a ChatGPT on my phone.
Yeah, I got that.
That I pay the one I pay subscription. I use it for like couple like stuff, but sometimes I'll do this or just give me an idea of this and this, and he pull you like a design or something, like holy shit, it's like it's like great.
You know what I like it for is a buddy of mine he programmed it. It's actually pretty smart. But he programmed he has his own AI ChatGPT that's built for writing, comedy writing. And he wrote a book about comedy writing, and all the techniques he fed into this ChatGPT. And I'll use it to write comedy because it's almost like someone to bounce ideas off.
Yeah.
So I won't like write a bit with it, but it'll give me ideas to go in a certain direction. Yeah. So I like AI for. I think it's great.
Oh, I'll use it all the time. It's like, hey, I want to send that to that person, being firm and strict, but without sounding like an asshole.
Right. Oh yeah.
How would you like and it's like and how like it's like, oh, you should do this and this.
Don't
and this.
Make me sound so desperate.
Yeah, exactly. Like just be like, I want to fire that person without looking like an asshole. Yeah. It's like, oh, here the idea of
Yeah. See, that's the type of shit that's eliminating.
Even like we're talking about workout and stuff. Like you can be like, I don't know, like I'm 200 pounds, 6'1", whatever, and I want to be 170. I want to add muscle and lose a bit of fat. You do this, it's like what? And I have like only 3 days a week to work out, 45 minutes every time. It's like, here's the best split you can get, and that's for that kind of stuff is amazing.
Wow, I never really thought. About that. All right, that's really cool.
Yeah, or even like be like I want to, I don't know, whatever, like. And he's gonna be like, oh, you should not eat that because there's a whatever. Right. So it's pretty for that kind of stuff. It's cool.
Wow, that's all right. That's okay. See, I think there's stuff. You're right. I think there's stuff that's.
And
to
be honest, like every
work. Well, it's like go ahead. I'm sorry.
All the fitness program application and you have, or they like make you a personalized thing, or you put like all your info in the app, and 10 minutes later they send you an email.
Right.
Here's your custom. It's freaking AI. There's no one behind the screen that's like, okay, that's writing you a plan. It's like literally like data.
Yeah, I've done a couple of those.
Yeah.
They do the fasting thing. So they'll send you, here's what you need to do.
Of course.
Blah, 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 blah. All right. Yeah. For that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's almost like it's Google. It's like an updated, smart,
of
quicker,
course,
faster version of Google.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can give you that much more information. Yeah. All right, dude, that's good. That was 45 minutes. We blasted right through that. That went even quicker than I thought. Dude, anything you want to plug, social media wise, do it right to the camera.
Follow me at Titou Magician on Instagram, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
dude. Thank you for your time.
No, thanks for having me.
I know you're busy.
All right. I'm so busy. I worked like 3 days ago, and I work in 5 days. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go to get some food again.
You're still watching? That's amazing. Nobody does that. Nobody, but you did. That means you want more. Pick one of these clips. Go for it. I dare you. Hey, also follow one of those social media thingies.